Brought to you by Saturn. With 5 new models, it's just something to rethink about. Saturn.
45 miles east of Los Angeles, you'll find the dusty suburb of Ontario. You'll also find one of the most interesting experiments in America for dealing with the homelessness problem.
I was sleeping behind a dumpster. The one officer came to me and said, hey, you ought to go to Ontario, this tent city. But I was waiting for the winter shelter to open up. It was like 2 or 3 days. But they told me to come to Tent City.
Set on a narrow patch of land near the airport, the site began when 15 homeless people were relocated there from the streets by the city. Over the past year, it's become a sort of refugee camp for Southern California's homeless population. As it grew, the residents renamed it New Hope City. How did you become homeless?
Divorced. Restaurant closed. And came this way.
You ran a restaurant?
Yeah, I ran a restaurant for 23 years. Yeah, up in Oregon. I've been on the street since 98.
Okay.
On and off. Worked cashier jobs here and there. But once they find out you're homeless, don't have an address, you can be clean cut, clean clothes every day, but once they find out you're homeless, your hours go from 40 to 20 to 15 and later.
Is this a better solution than being on the street?
Sure. Being able to sleep in the tent at night, knowing that you can, get in and have a place out of the wetness and the real cold or the rains, knowing nobody's going to bother you.
I'm just curious, have you ever lived in a shelter, an indoor shelter?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Most of them that I went to said it's for women and children only. And a few of them that are for men, one's it's way out somewhere in Riverside. I've never lived out there, know anybody out there.
I do the medical here. I have an EMT background, and I provide services.
This is set up from us. We saw a lot of people getting cuts and bruises and stuff like that, and we decided to set up a medical tent to help these people. That way they didn't have to go on the outside to get help.
What kinds of things are you treating here?
Mostly right now, burns, insect bites, mostly cuts, bruises, sprained wrist or something, ice pack, Band-Aid, and a piece of candy.
But the sheer size of the tent city led to problems with sanitation, drugs, and crime. And in March of this year, the city decided to restructure the unregulated campground. Now they're working on an enclosed area that will hold about 200 people.
They came in with bulldozers 8 o'clock on Monday morning. If you weren't ready to get out, your tent, your belongings, everything you had was going to get taken, could get mulled over.
So they bulldozed on the place where everyone was camping.
Right. So what they did, they posted a sign after the wristband thing. They said, okay, you can stay, you got to go, and gave out all these wristbands. They posted a sign about everybody had to move to this would be the east side or the south side, which is where we are now. If you were a resident of Ontario or could establish residency at one time, basically you had to go.
What color wristband did you get?
I have white. I go by. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm like incognito, staying low-keyed. But they know we're here because we got first aid, and I walk around with my first aid bag. But once they come in and say, I can't go in the cage, once they start moving people in, they're going to eliminate this here. And me, Paul, and Taz, our dog, will be on the streets.
Many residents think the fence will kill the free, collaborative spirit of New Hope City, but others have a different take.
Because the way I feel, the City of Ontario does not have to do this at all. They're trying to establish something a lot of people haven't established by giving us a place to stay.
Will this be just another failed experiment? Or is it a new and innovative approach to solving the complex homelessness problem?
What if we took a moment to rethink our priorities? What if we rethink power and what it means to be strong? What if we rethink beauty and what it means to truly interact? At Saturn, we chose to rethink things, starting with every car we sell. With 5 totally new models, we chose to put the environment first, developing 2 fuel-efficient hybrids. We may just be a car company, but we're rethinking what a car company can be. Just something to rethink about.